All right, welcome back, everybody. So, you guys were just going to talk about what you want to decide on where you want to go.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're staying the night at the Thieves Guild, laying low.
I don't suppose there's a
So
map anywhere. Is there in the guild for us to look at?
No, there's not a map in the guild.
Oh,
I have a map of the world if that's what you need.
I go talk to the guild barkeep.
All right.
What are they saying about our job?
Well, do you guys know what you even went after?
Rod that detects minerals. I imagine it's pretty dang freaking valuable, especially considering the security measures that were on it.
Yeah, that thing was being protected by the Church of Abadar for the king. They use that to basically that's their primary way of detecting mineral sources for all the mining operations in the country.
Nice.
I just say, I
This
think
is
it's
my
really
ale.
funny they did not search you guys when they knew you were in that room.
I know. We lucked out there. But shh. Quiet.
Well, usually standard procedure is that they get to the magistrate's office and then search you there. So,
Well,
you guys got out before then. You guys are lucky.
Layson and I did pull some pretty crazy escape moves. Layson here, I
Mhm.
watched him pull a backflip while two guards were holding onto his arms. It's pretty dang impressive.
Yeah, we were
I might have
lucky.
copied him afterwards, but
It's good to be
he did it
good
first.
and lucky.
And then I had a little wrestling match with two of them, and managed to slip them barely, but I did it. It's good times. Call
I
it
know
luck,
that's
call
gonna
it
be a story to
adrenaline,
tell.
call it amazing skill.
Or luck that you managed to keep getting away.
True. I did roll 2 natural 20s during this whole escapade. I guess we can't fault that. Jeez.
So at this point, then Ezekari wanders back over to where you guys are at, and he's just like, "Well, I've been thinking about you guys' situation, and I'm not sure if just heading south, just right to Restov is gonna be what you need to do. It's too close to New Stetvan, and I would say your best option if you want to lose somebody, you're gonna want to go south and at least get somewhere into the River Kingdoms, or possibly go further south."
I think River Kingdoms would be a good start. I
Yeah.
understand they're kind of divided as far as their leadership anyway, so that could work to our advantage.
The country is just absolute chaos.
Perfect.
As long as we avoid contact with all the military people that have to be
Oh, they're
roaming
so
around
busy
there.
fighting each other. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have a problem there. Just don't get caught between them.
I agree with that.
But I do have a contact in the city of Pitex. His name is Hal. Call him Hal Five Coins.
Text.
You might
okay.
you might want to try
To the
talk.
southwest, southeast, southwest.
It's to the southwest.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
What was
probably
his
a
name?
little more than 100 miles past the border to the southeast. You'll have to cross the river, but his name is Hal.
Where can we find him?
Well, he's one of those guys. He's a freelancer, but he's not part of the. He's not. Doesn't usually stick around in a guild for too long, mostly because people won't have him. But
Joy.
if you start asking around, he'll find you.
Oh, that good, huh?
Alright.
So that's my contact, and the one I would recommend for you. Of course, it's your choice what you want to do.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm going back to my drink.
All right. Well, we're planning on sticking around here for at least until you can get a few things moved for us.
Oh, really? All right. Well,
So
Well, I'll do what I
You got
can.
anything?
It might be difficult against, trying to fence that stuff that you just stole in the same heist that you stole that rod in.
well, I'm sure you got a little laid up in reserve. Maybe we could cut a deal. So we're not sitting around for a month.
Well, about that, it's standard is 30 is a third to take for the guild, but
Sure.
I've been thinking about it. It's the same. They know they're gonna be looking for that, and they might trace it back. So, I could pay you now and give you half, or you could try taking it with you to PX. I'll leave it up to you what you want to do.
Fellas, I look at Lacey.
I just can't take on the risk.
Sure. Half might be fair. Let me discuss it with the other two, and we'll let you know. And then how about, what was the contract for this rod? As I understand, this is pretty big to do. Like, this is no small town heist here we pulled.
No, and once I get the payment from my employer, then you'll be getting another 3,000 gold at least.
So we'd have 1,500 between us. We'd have 500 apiece. That's not a bad haul.
Mm.
So
Okay.
when would we see that 3,000 as?
It'll be a few days. Day after tomorrow at the soonest.
All right.
I think we should wait a
You got
while
any other?
before we break out of town anyway.
So I think we might be okay with that 50% as if we want to get out sooner.
Mhm.
You got any other toys like that crystal you might be willing to trade instead of 3,000? Pretty fancy toys.
No,
You got something like that, you might.
No. This little baby, I gotta hold on to this. This one's got me out of a few scraps.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
It's
Well,
a
it didn't
little
do
bit
us-
of a good luck charm.
I understand. It didn't do too much for us this time, but I'm sure in the right circumstances it'd do all right. But anything else you think of, you let me know. We'll be hanging out. So
All right. Well,
just throwing that out there, but
if you're sticking around for a few days so that you can get your payment, then I'll let you know if anything comes to mind.
sounds good. Yeah,
All right.
stick around a few days. We'll be in touch.
All right. I've got a headache. I'm gonna go lie down.
All right.
Roll
So
diplomacy with him or anything while we're discussing these terms for a more favorable option.
Well, as soon as we get paid, we gotta wait for the money on the rod. As soon as we get paid, if you don't mind, I'm gonna come with you.
no, I don't.
Hey, that's all good. You're part of this. That we just pulled one of the biggest heists that's happened around here in who knows how long. So you're all right by my book, at least so far. As long as it doesn't mean a knife in the back later, I'm good with it. So. That was quite the backflip you pulled, by the way. I raise my glass to that. You got an easier time escaping than I did. You were out of there, and with your hands tied together, no less. I got out of the ropes. So that didn't do me much good.
Well, you got away.
Yeah, I got away. That's
all that counts in the end.
So, do you guys have anything else you want to discuss or anything for the night, or are you guys going to bed?
Going to bed.
I think
just
small
going to bed.
banter dies down, and the boasting and the drinks, and we go and crash out.
Okay. There is a little bit of a charge, pretty much standard in fare in order to stay with the guild. So, so that's would be 5 silver pieces.
Right.
So you wake up the next morning, a little bit of a hangover from the night of drinking, but nothing. That
I
you
did
haven't
not
been through.
drink.
For those,
Just so I know.
for those that were celebrating,
Raul did. He needed it.
But nothing that's gonna affect your stats or anything. So, but you wake up with a little bit of a headache that you kind of have to shake off, right? Well, same with you, Layson. But it's morning, and what do you plan on doing?
All right. So
we all slept separately. I assume we weren't all like in a commonish area, like in an inn.
It was a common area.
Common area. So, I don't know what is there to do around the Thieves Guild. I'm going to be asking
prep
Layson
my
that.
spells before I decide what I'm doing here, real quick.
I'm gonna take 20 and do a really good disguise as a muckraker,
Okay.
so I can go out and contract a nice silver dagger.
Now, I don't believe that with this disguise that you can just take 20 on that. But while I check on that, what are other people doing?
I don't know.
But
Kind of
all
waiting for Raul to
Okay.
get done with his meditation.
right, so Layson, how is it that you plan on disguising yourself?
Well, I'm gonna look pretty filthy, like I'm one of the night shift of the street cleaners, the muckrakers,
Okay.
so that usually people don't want to get around them. So I'm gonna go and they smell bad, they look bad. Everybody knows what their job is: getting rid of night soil, cleaning up the street. So, I'm going to go out and listen for rumors or anything that's going on, what the reward is for us if they posted one.
Yeah. We might need to watch our backs, guys.
We might all have to take a disguise.
Well, fortunately for me, I don't look like how I did during the heist. That was a pretty big bonus. So, yeah, the disguised person spell, it says I can make myself look like a foot shorter. I can look like heavier set, all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to retcon that and say I totally look different. We didn't really prep that beforehand, though, because we had so much else going on. Trying to randomly roleplay the heist. Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna put on a humpback and everything, so I'm gonna look as disgusting as I can.
Okay, well... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say that, yeah, I guess you can take 20 for now. I thought I had read somewhere that actually this might be done a little bit differently, but you're just making minor details to the change of your... Well, not minor, but you're not trying to, pass off as a woman or, as a different race or a different age or size kind of thing, You're just trying to...
I'll stoop over some to, drop a couple of inches off my height.
Right. But you're not trying to, look like a bigger or smaller, size category and stuff.
No,
so.
no.
Okay.
And I won't go near the temple. And I figured I'll know how to avoid the guards, but I'll just go and kind of listen for rumors and eavesdrop.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see. This is actually, I've got to make this roll in secret, whether you do it or not, or whether you're able to do it well. So, what's your disguise?
Is a
bonus, Layson?
3.
Okay. And are anybody else disguising themselves?
I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I'm waiting for him, and then I'll disguise myself, depending on what's going on.
So, Raul, what is it you're planning on doing?
I'm not, because I looked different, I'm assuming. We're trying to read the details of the spell real quick.
Okay, we're kind of waiting on you to kind of discuss what your plans are,
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head back to the temple.
Okay.
I'm leaving most of my geared money back in. I still take my rapier and just my basic gear and stuff, but I'll leave my money at the guild stored, like I did with before. And then I'm gonna go back and try to go to my room in the temple
Okay.
and see if my roommate's there. I'm just gonna, kind of kind of do perception checks and see what's going on. If I'm see anything suspicious, then I might, I don't know, depending on what I see.
All right. Well, so yeah, you're discussing this in character. So
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you were asking me what my character's doing.
Well,
I'm heading back, guys. I'm gonna go check out the temple. I was just, I had that illusion on myself. I just made myself look differently, so they shouldn't recognize me. None of them, like even Zenith, didn't say, "Oh, look who it is," because he would have recognized me from my studies. He didn't.
Well, I'm
recognize me.
not going back there.
Well, no, you should stay. You can go around town if you want, but I definitely suggest avoiding any clerics you see who might have your description from your little performance. So,
I have nothing to do in town.
So I'm gonna head back and try to make it to my rooms then and see what goes on. So, which I feel like may be a bad choice, but I also don't want to just vanish the safe day. So.
Okay. Go ahead and do a stealth roll.
Okay. 11 plus 12 is 23.
Okay. And Layson, where's you're heading out to buy some weapons, right?
I'm going to make the orders because if they don't have them on hand, because I don't have the money yet.
Right. Well, okay. Well, was it what? Well, we'll get to that later. But go ahead and do your stealth roll as you move out.
Okay. 20.
Okay. So we'll follow Raul first, and you head back to the temple. And as you're approaching, you can, as you step onto the temple grounds and stuff, there's definitely a buzz in the air, and people are kind of talking with each other and in groups, and just there's a little bit of excitement going on. Nobody takes particular note of you that you see.
So I'm just gonna head straight to my room then with how early. Just kind of listen in as I go. Can I do like a perception check as I walk to see if I overhear anything?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, 19 plus. Gosh dang it! I'm gonna have these memorized soon. I promise. 19 plus 8, 27. Not bad.
27 on the perception.
Yeah.
All right, you do overhear a little bit of people talking, and the buzzword is that happened last night.
Okay.
And that's what everybody's just kind of talking about, and
sure.
Yeah.
Any details?
You do hear, you're just picking up little phrases as you pass by, but you hear people say things like, "Oh, I heard that there was a demon that showed up," and some people are saying they were wearing cleric's vestments. They might be one of our own. They might be here, and there's a little bit of detail that's accurate. You do hear a few things that people say that are just somewhat outlandish. Like somebody was saying that there was there was like 3 devils that showed up, and
nice.
And so some random stuff, and but also rumors about when you were with the guards and stuff. Like some people saying that a bunch of thieves showed up and sprung you guys, and just all sorts of random stuff.
The guards probably wanted to cover for themselves.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so nothing like. No one seems to know who it was. Then that's kind of what I'm listening for. Is like, oh, did you?
You don't know, but none of the conversations that you say actually name anybody.
That's good. Okay, and I'm gonna head for my rooms, and I'm gonna see is my roommate in there or no?
Yes, he's in there. His name is Jonan, by the way.
Jonan. I'll nod to him. Hey, Jonan.
Wow,
Sounds
Ryo,
like
where have you been? You missed all the action. Have you heard what happened?
I just heard someone as I was walking in, and the buzz around town. I was just staying across town the other night. I didn't think I could get back in. I didn't want to come in real late, but I got in here and someone stole something.
Yeah, somebody broke into the relics chamber, and they got a bunch of relics, and even people were saying that there was a rod. I think it was a rod that detects minerals or something that was being held for the king. I can't believe it. That room is warded, and wow.
I rolled a 16 plus 4 on my bluff, by the way. 20, so I totally act oblivious this whole time. I'm like, oh no, that's terrible. I totally put on a good show for him. Like, yeah, that's warded. I can't believe they would have gotten past someone as powerful as Zenith.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's
incredible.
unbelievable. Wow. Oh, where have you been?
Oh, I told him a minute ago. I told him I was across town last night, and I didn't want to travel back in the middle of the night. I kind of
What were you? But what were you doing?
Oh, I was just visiting some family.
Oh,
Friends
okay.
across.
All right. Well, are you? All right. I'm going down to morning vespers. So I'll see you down there.
Yeah.
And then he
okay.
walks out the door.
Oh, morning vespers. All right. So what do I have? I guess what would I have stored around here? Well, I guess.
Well, as far as like any sort of most of the gear that you had, you've been keeping on your person.
Okay.
And so, there's a maybe one change of vestments for Abadar. So there's a couple of there's the formal Abadar vestments, which are the white with a gold and with the gold trim on it, and then there's some that are just golden colored but not quite as fancy. They both have a key that is the symbol of Abadar on them.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking going to this service might backfire. There are rumors. I heard rumors that they think it might be one of the people. Given the spell that so and so cast last time, I don't want to get caught by something like that again. If they're doing like, a spell I happen to know called Circle of Truth, or other such nonsense. So, yeah, I'm gonna gather up my stuff and make it seem like I'm gonna gather up my basic things, but make it look like I might be coming back, not like I'm packing up. I'm gonna gather any of my valuables, and head back out now that I've kind of basically just head on out. I'm not gonna go to the morning vesper thing.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, well, I've heard what I need to hear. They don't know it's me specifically. But.
All right, so as you step out, you happen to notice that there are the temple guards standing next to some higher ranking clerics, and the clerics are kind of just sweeping in or just kind of turning in circles, and kind of in a somewhat of a sweeping motion.
Where are they at then? Near the entrance?
Yeah, well, they're kind of interspersed throughout the temple courtyard, and so, but you would pass by them in order to get back to the main entrance.
All right. Do I know of any other exits?
Well, you could go out the back, basically out through the window of your dormitory.
And then I could get past them that way.
Well, that would lead you out to a back street, which would lead off of the temple grounds back way.
Let's do that. I'm like, crap. I shouldn't have gone back in here now. Because I know they're scanning for auras at this point. Which you think they would have noticed beforehand. Alright, so do I need to do like a climb check then to get out this window?
Yes, you do. And you've got to you're up on the second level, so you've got to figure out how you're going to actually make it down. Are you just straight climbing the building, which you could accomplish?
Yeah. Well, let's try that then. Okay, yeah, 17 plus 6, so that's 23.
All right, you're able to climb down without too much difficulty.
In the back, so I'm like back behind the building. Okay, and let's take that back street and get the crap out of here. That was a
All
bad
right.
idea. I got my vestments though, and my other belongings I had there, whatever that was. All right, I'm heading back to the guild, and I'm like, I gotta get out of town. This is not good. Hopefully, they don't notice I'm gone for a while. Yeah. And at this point, it's pretty much. I've got to just consider they'll be looking for me after a while as a suspect. All right. Do I need to roll anything else?
You roll your stealth just as far as getting back.
Okay. 25 total roll.
All right. So you and roll your perception as well.
Okay. 13 plus 8, so 21.
All right. So
See if I'm
after
being followed or anything.
All right, so it's about a half hour to get back walking, but you're passing through the busy streets and just trying to blend in with the crowd. You don't notice anybody following you as you get back.
That was not a wise choice. Well, hopefully going back and seeing my roommate and talking to him, if they question him, it'll be like, oh, I saw him the next morning. Like, maybe that'll throw him off the scent a little. Hopefully. All right, I'm done for that. That I don't have anything else I need to do. I'm just waiting for a reward so we can get out of here.
All right, so Layson, we're following you now as far as what you did. So you left the Thieves Guild. Tell us what you did.
So I'm going to go down to the general market
All right.
and go to the weaponsmith
Okay.
and see what it would cost to get a nice masterwork dagger.
Masterwork dagger. So can't remember the rules on masterwork weapons. If Brayden, you wouldn't mind pulling that up and helping me out with that.
Sure, I think it was just a +1 on roll.
Right,
Your...
it's
Yeah,
a
but
it's a
it's
plus
the
one, but as
cost.
far as cost.
It's the cost is like
Yeah, sure. Let me pull that up. I've got it right here. Mass weapons. Scrolling down.
because I'd also inquire about a short sword.
Here we go. All right, Masterwork Weapon is a finely crafted version, and it is a +1 enhancement bonus on attack rolls. Must be crafted this way. Masterwork quality adds 300 gold pieces to the cost of the normal weapon.
Okay. So
Adding Masterwork quality to double weapons costs twice the normal amount to a double weapon. So it would be 600 for a double weapon, whatever a double weapon
It's
is.
like a two-bladed sword or something.
Yeah, something like that. So plus 300 gold.
okay. So you walk up to the weaponsmith and
I say, my master sent me to find out if you had a masterwork short sword and a masterwork dagger.
we do actually have both of those. Are you interested in purchasing them today?
No, I'm just inquiring today for my master.
I see. So the dagger would be about 302 gold pieces. And a short sword would be, let me look through my price list. It would be
310, maybe?
yes, that sounds correct.
Well, that's what I needed to find out, sir.
All right.
If they're in silver, hold on, there's a material cost. Did you want silver or did you want something else?
Well,
Sorry, just out of character, you had said silver.
Well, that's what he'd asked for, and that's the information that he was given in character.
yeah, because the thing is, I want to get something that's already made. I don't want to wait for something to be made.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, we do have those available that could be picked up anytime. We have about 5 daggers that are masterwork handy, and about 2 short swords that are masterwork right now.
Well, I will go and tell my master that you have them available.
All right, and as long as they're here, you can pick them up at any time. Would you like us to reserve them? It would be a gold piece to reserve each.
He didn't send any money with me.
All right. Well, if somebody else purchases them, it will take some time to make more.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Then I go back to the guild.
Okay.
But I also pick up some food on the way. Listen for rumors.
All right. So, a day's worth of food is 2 silver pieces, I believe. So mark that down, and then roll your perception.
Let me see something. My base roll was 15. And my bonus
Yes.
is 4, so 19 is my roll.
Okay, so as you're walking through the streets, you do hear just the general sense of the crowd is that people are speaking about the burglary that happened. One woman you hear is talking about her child. You pass over that one. Then the thing that does catch your ear of note is somebody says the word wanted posters.
I look for wanted posters if they put any up.
All right, I'm just going to use that same perception check for your whole movement back. And you don't happen to see any on your way back to the Thieves Guild in this part of town.
Okay.
But you didn't hear too much as far as like details on the wanted posters. You just heard the word caught your ear and then blended in with the crowd. So you arrive back at the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
And everybody's back together.
I clean up and then join them.
All right.
Guys, we have
you
nothing
guys
to
care
do
to
until
discuss?
we get that money back.
Yeah, it's not very safe out there, guys. Not at all. I almost got myself in blood. Oh, I almost got myself caught. Let's put it that way. Again.
Almost got pinched, huh? Well,
we don't want to go anywhere near the temple.
Wanted posters, so they have some kind of idea. Is there any kids or anything around the Thieves Guild urchins that are pickpockets or thieves?
Not in this town. Generally, kids are not near the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, I think we need to get a hold of
Is there someone that would be willing to go look for us?
Well, who are you asking this to?
Well, ask Ezekar if he'll send out, and he said, I'll go talk to Ezekar. Ezekar, I heard they put up wanted posters. Can you?
I've got some ears about, and by the way, it's Ezekari. Thank you very much.
It's my southern slovenly accent.
Right, of course, I remember now. You're not from around here. Then again, neither am I. So, I do have some ears out, and apparently I heard that there are some wanted posters up for you fellas. Well, the word is that Raul isn't in the posters, though. So, whatever you did to pull that off,
Question.
you did a good job with that.
Got a few tricks there.
Yes, Miss Morwen.
Am I on the posters? Because they didn't really get me involved with that.
Well, there was a lady on the at least from what I heard, there was a lady, but I don't know. I haven't seen these posters. I'm just unfortunately, Layson, from my friends, what they told me, I think that they've got you pegged pretty good. Their description on you is spot on. And so, Raul, you're in the clear. Apparently, you weren't on those posters. Some other bloke. More, and I don't know about you.
No.
Okay.
Well,
So,
I'll tell you what.
I haven't seen these myself, and
security
all
at the temple off the charts right now. No one's getting in or out of there anytime soon. Just for the record. Apparently, your little demon trick, caused a bit more of a diversion than I was expecting. Because it would cause enough distraction, they must have believed our story a little bit because they didn't search us, and that's how we got the rod out. So thanks for that.
well, that's why I keep this thing.
It was a good luck charm after all. I'm starting to believe. So regardless of it worked as a good distraction. So.
Well, then
All
all
right.
I'm gonna do is chill my heels till we get our money.
We gotta get paid and
Yeah.
get out of here. that's what we gotta do.
It's still gonna be
Do it as fast as
another day.
possible.
Hopefully tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Well, as we're safe here, right? We need to cool it somewhere else.
Well, I'll
Are
let
we
you know if I hear the first word that we have some sort of leak or anybody knows what's going on. You'll be the first to know, or maybe the last to know once we all bolt.
Yes.
It's almost noon. I've got to get a drink. And he walks off.
I kind of mumble to myself.
Well, I'm just gonna sleep and rest.
yeah. Is there anything we can do down here?
There is some things you could do for us since you're not really part of this, of the wanted poster to come after us.
They said there was a lady on the wanted poster. I think we need to see how we know they've got you, Peg Gleason. They don't got me, but I'm not going back to the temple, so eventually someone's gonna catch on to that. I made an appearance today and did a pretty good job, so hopefully that throws them off the trail for a while. But I tell you what, I was lucky to get out the way I did. They were scanning, using detect magic type stuff in the courtyards. I barely got out of there without them realizing I'm not so lawful as they would like to believe. So they didn't catch me. I managed to get out on a back street. But
well, before we take off,
we need to know how much they've got Morwen pegged for her, what she looks like before we try to get out of town. So they're going to be watching the ports. They're going to be watching the roads. You better believe they're going to be searching everyone. So.
Oh, I understand that we need to make sure we're really well prepared before we leave. I suggest we get some Tanglefoot bags, some various equipment to make sure that we've got what we need before we take off.
I agree.
Yeah.
And a lot of it depends on getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my concern right now. We haven't seen one gold coin. I mean, I believe but we need to be on it. We need to be watching.
No, it's good for it, but we have to get paid.
Say so. Yeah, we got to get paid before anything happens.
So we let our allotted time pass.
Yeah, we're just hanging low, buying food, so it'll probably take some silver off of that.
Okay, so as you're... All right, so yeah, mark down, days worth of rations and stuff, or not rations, but paying for food. You do need to, you need to do that. So during the day, there's people that, occasionally somebody will come in and out of the Thieves Guild. Raul, you do notice that some of them are the followers of Callistria, and they are going towards the back of the Thieves Guild, obviously in the direction of the shrine.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it's pretty much normal things happening throughout the day.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of follow them and join them. And I need something to soothe my mind. I'm stressed right now waiting. So I'll go kind of join them if they're doing a little Callistria service.
Okay.
Listen in for anything unusual while I'm at it, because I'm paranoid right now. But they obviously know them. They were the ones that were teaching me, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah. You know them. So, excuse me.
You think you could get one of them to maybe go out and look for us at the wanted posters, maybe bring them back if there's like extras flying around?
Potentially, yeah. I'll see if there's one of them. I can try to do like I can try to convince them, I guess.
Okay, so you head to the back and you see a number of people, and they're kind of the sort that not somebody you would take home to mother kind of thing. as far
I
as
don't
the
know
women,
why.
and a good number of them are elven, and half elves, and there's just a few of them, less than 10 that are currently there, and they're just kind of right now they're just kind of chatting to each other, but you do recognize one of them named Eowyn. No, not Eowyn. Stupid. I'm not gonna take this from Lord of the Rings. I hate coming up with names. Liara. So you recognize her, and she's just kind of standing off by herself at the moment. And we lost Raul. So we'll give him a couple of minutes. Okay, we'll take a quick break and hopefully get him back in the call.
Okay.